Might help if I wasn't talking to the mute again. Good afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you may be. I'm just figured I'd just get out here and do a little chill and chat and play some Planet Coaster. So let's go ahead and take out the music here, and we will go ahead and kick right on over to the game and get some game audio going, and voila. So just been kind of just chilling around and playing a bit. So just kind of looking around here, and this is the Copperhead Strike. This is part of some of the free DLC that's available. Well, not really DLC, it's an add-on to the game. So this is an actual recreation of an actual roller coaster from, I think it's Carowinds Amusement Park, if I remember right. But it's an interesting little roller coaster. As you can see, I've kind of got a little bit of a train track going around. I really haven't done much with that. This is just a park that I've just been kind of messing around in a little bit. So it's just, something to have a little fun with. Kind of just drag through here, just kind of playing with some different ideas, really. Started this over on a Discord as just a chill and chat. And I figured, well, I've been working on getting everything set up for YouTube, so I figured we could finally see what's really going on here. So as you can see, I've got the chair lifts going. I've got, some of the old classic rides. Got an old wooden roller coaster. And of course, you got to have a wild mouse, man. I wouldn't be in an amusement park without a wild mouse, would it now? Over here, I kind of built a little bit of a main street area. It's not really much of a main street. It's just got a couple of shops and everything. Over here, got the classic teacups. I just kind of stuck those out there. Got the what we refer to here, the Himalaya, or Music Express over here. Put a little bit of a roller coaster in. Started working a little bit on the station. Really haven't got much around to working on that one too much. I also have a little bit of a jungle cruise over here, and I just literally the other day kind of just finished building out the actual loading station for it, and it kind of just goes through. And I found this cool. They called it a haunted mansion from like some of the Disney parks. I figured it'd make a pretty cool mansion to kind of throw in on the boat ride. The trains are just sitting there. I haven't really figured out what I really truly wanted to do with those yet. But this stream is more down the lines of trying to figure out if everything is working correctly or not with OBS, and how well it actually streams from the actual computer. I'm just trying to do some different tests really right now to kind of just see how everything is truly running. Kind of, looking at different performances and everything, and seeing where my GPUs are hitting. I know Planet Coaster is not really one of the better games for that because it is very GPU extensive. But then again, that's one of the reasons why I kind of really wanted to use this one, because it can really affect what you're going to really see when you're running a really hard GPU. Plus, I wanted to kind of see if I get how I have the audios kind of laid out. Am I too loud? That's one thing I want to kind of know. Is the music too loud or is it too soft? Planet Coaster is a little harder. Oh, look at that bird fly by. Um, so this is kind of a just test stream, if you say, and if you pop into chat, say hi, and I'll say hi back, and if there's a particular type of ride or coaster or something while we're sitting here building, drop a comment in the chat, kind of let me know, and I'll see what I can do. I'm not the world's greatest roller coaster builder. I'm more down the lines of the classic rides. I like the fairground appeal. Like you have the old what we call here in the States the roundup, chair swings, and the aerial planes. Um, I didn't at first. I didn't really think this was a kind of a true ride. This aerial planes until I was actually watching an old 1960s TV show, and I saw one of these in the background, and it was a mobile version on a street carnival. It's like that is cool. So, and that actually happened to be over from the UK. So that's kind of cool that we have the mix of um, not only American type rides, but we also have quite a few from around the different regions. I know that song probably gets on your nerves a little bit. Sorry about that. And then, of course, we have over here we have a lot of this right here, like this one example, they call it the Zozo. I'm assuming that's probably what they call it somewhere outside the United States, because this game was actually created by people over in the UK. But over here, we used to call this one the Bullet. And it is so neat how they actually have it. The Enterprise is starting off. Well, that's what we call it over here. So let me kind of just move over the way. They call it the Collider, but then again, IP differences probably. But we call this one the Enterprise. Kind of back out a little more. And then the Swift Eagles. Now I've noticed that a lot of the amusement parks are actually starting to come back out with the Swift Eagles. I think it was where did I see it? I think Cedar Point. I think just put some in, and they look beautiful in the park. I'm getting a notification. A lot of guests are getting thirsty again. Well, we will attend to some of that also. But as you can see, there is a lot of people down here on this central pathway, and a lot of them are trying to get over here to the go-karts. And the go-karts are, going to really be one of the bigger pulls in the game. And that's one thing I think that they really should have worked on, is these bigger attractions like this. Because, I mean, I can put a mile-long queue in here. People will queue up, but they always tell you there is a lot of, too long to wait for it. And if I actually click on the ride itself, you can actually see people are queuing. Let's see if I can find it. Queue times is actually blank, so it doesn't actually tell me how long people are actually queuing. But that's some of the things that, hopefully Frontier Developments, or is it Frontier Developments? Or Frontier Games, who actually create this, will do for a something to go down that long. But this is back over towards the original area of the park. This is where I really first started building it out. I just started out as a little tiny area. And of course you got what we call here the Scrambler. And we always call these the squirrel cages, so we don't really know what they're actually called. And of course the classic Tilt-A-Whirl. Yeah, this is what I have built out so far. And I've got about 5,000 people in the park, so it's doing pretty good. Because it's a little on the loud side for me. I don't know about you all. If you actually do hear if the rides sound a little too loud, please definitely let me know in the chat. But I thought about kind of building this area out because this is kind of going right up against the backside of the Copperhead Strike roller coaster, which I kind of themed to be like going through the Carolina backwoods and everything. Just kind of threw some trees around, raised up the terrain a little bit, put a little bit of water. Um, so it kind of gives you that country feeling when you're actually completely running through it. Zozo 1 has broken down. Okay, so that would be the one of the classic rides that's actually up over on the side over there. I do have quite a few mechanics running around, so they should be able to take care of it in no time flat. But I just kind of put down some train tracks the other night when I was kind of playing around. And as you can see, this little white border right here, this is the edge of the park. So the park is actually pretty good size. But I can still come all the way out over, all the way over to here. Right here is the edge of my park. Kind of zoom in a little bit. So I have all this extra other free area. And as you can see, that's still a pretty good clip away. But as soon as you put a real big park or a real big ride or something huge in, it's going to, let me get this out of the way here. It's going to fill up pretty good. Attitude has been fixed, I think, or altitude. That would be, I believe, this roller coaster right here. No, that's the seat. Yeah, it's altitude. So that one just literally just got fixed itself. So we should see people starting to move over here into this area. And you can see the trains are jumped everybody out. But people should start re-queue back up for that. And eventually I will be working on that. And you can actually hear that Western horn all the way over here, that deep bass going on over there. They did a really good job on coming up with a lot of the music, and that's one thing about Frontier. They spent a lot of time on working on getting a lot of these rides as they actually look in real life. So you got to really give them a hand for that. One thing I've thought about doing is kind of working a little more possibly on the train today. Or like I said, I'm going to kind of fill in some of these other areas over here. Because I can hear the train down there just doing nothing. We can take a couple of rides on some of them if you want to kind of see what some of these are. They do have that capability of actually fully riding the rides, which is kind of cool. And of course, you can hear the carousel, and that's one thing. I do actually have two carousels in this park. So I have one small one right here, which is a double-decker carousel. And then I also have the grand carousel, which is over here, right off the Main Street area. Sorry about the lagginess. The mouse and everything is going completely haywire on it. But this is the Grand Carousel right here. And as you can see, it's more of a larger carousel, and that's one I actually prefer because it's got the deal. But for some reason, a lot of people just really don't like to ride that one. They prefer the smaller one. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom back out just a little bit here. Got the big wheel, of course. You know, every amusement park has got to have that classic Ferris wheel in it. But this path is getting to be extremely crowded. I mean that is just massive crowd. Oh, there's Stay Puft. He's out entertaining the crowd. So this path this way kind of goes off towards the jungle ride. But I'm not quite sure really what's going on here. That is really interesting. I'm going to drop the game sound thing just a little bit. Okay, let me know if that's too low or what. I just dropped down the game audio because to me it sounds like it was getting really, really loud. So hopefully that helps. Like I said though, let me know if the audio's too loud or if I'm talking too small or if I'm talking too soft. That way I can actually try to fine tune these settings along the way. I'll actually kind of move the mic a little closer also, so that might actually help a little bit. Saying here, many guests are thirsty. Well, I need to try to figure out what's going on here because these paths right here are completely maxed out, and I don't know if a lot of these people are waiting to ride this roller coaster. Let's click on one and find out. Okay, well they're heading to Island Adventure 1. So that's all the way over here. What about you? You're heading to Copperhead Strike. So it looks like they're just everybody just wanting to congregate in this one area. So maybe what I need to do is make a path coming back up and around, because that's one thing. I really kind of just have this path and it just goes over here to this exit. Because I didn't think people would really want to walk that far up and around. So, but maybe it's time we think about putting some paths or, that's an idea. Why don't I actually, right here, put a train station in? I could put a train station right here. I could put a train station there. I don't know how well this is not very straight track, so I don't think that'd be a good area. This is almost right up on the border of the park, so there's not much room to actually put one in here, because once I put the station in, I'll have a hard time trying to put the entrance and the exit paths in. So that might be a little hard. I do have one train station there, so that kind of covers that area. One thing I could probably do though, I could probably put another gondola in and move people via gondola, because I don't really know if I really truly want to have the train right now. It's one of those type of deals, to be honest with you. I love the trains in amusement parks, but kind of getting it set up with here, because you got to either go under the path or take the path out, raise the path, put it over the train, because they don't have any railroad crossings or anything built into the game yet. Which I think it would not be hard to literally do, because they've got all the other mechanics for it. I mean, they have curb systems, they have barriers that you can actually put up to prevent people from walking. Plus, they also have the anti-collision where you can actually turn that off, and people can actually you can put scenery over scenery, which is was asked for, and the devs gave that. So there might be some other things that could be done, and but I think a lot of it is based upon the limitation of the engine that Planet Coaster runs on, because like I said, it's the engine that they used is very GPU intensive. Um, it uses very little of the CPU. I mean, literally right now, if I look at my CPU usage, my CPU usage is only at 20%. My GPU is maxed all the way out at 100%. And so that kind of tells me right there that they probably have a lot of limitations with their engine that they're using, which is their own in-house called Cobra. So I think they would have to completely redo Planet Coaster as a complete new version with a new engine, like they did with Planet Zoo, in order to get around a lot of that. Which is kind of a shame, because they have put so much time, energy, and effort into Planet Coaster in order to completely scrap it. But I totally get it, because if your engine can only run that far, then you've reached your theoretical max, then that's literally all you can do. But it is still a good game. It's one that I kind of like to come back to every once in a while and just kind of chill out and think of what can I do, how can I do this. I'm not one of these type of people that like to just build a replica park. It's like, I start with a blank canvas, and then I just try to make it look nice and pretty interesting. Like some of these I just threw down to get instant transportation going, and then thinking of how do I want to build this to make it look like either this wooden building here. Do I want it to be a Western type building, or do I want it to be like the Alps type building over here? Um, there's just different ways that you could build so much in this game, because I mean they give you almost everything that you need. I mean, if you go into the building, you got custom blueprints that you can download off the Steam shop, or I can sit here and literally build anything out. Got different walls, got everything like right here. They got Adobe wall for shop fronts. They have large windows, um, Adobe type doors. So I mean, it there's just so much you can literally do and play with this. Um, oh, we got a janitor thinking about quitting. Let's find him. Where's he at? Yeah, he don't look too happy. So we know where he's at. He's right there. And let's find out why he's not happy. He thinks he deserves a raise. Okay, so he's capable. We will give him training, and we will raise him up $10. So his energy's high now. This pay is fair. It'll be a minute or two before it truly kicks in for him. Let's kind of follow him around for just a couple minutes. See if he cheers up a little bit. This is like one of the first times I've actually seen one of my employees think about quitting. I like that little extra. You can actually hear his brush dragging on the tarmac or the brick. He's going to go into the staff training center. So once he comes out, he should have updated training. So he always got his pay raise for his advancement in training. So he should be pretty good to go at that point. But, you know, we will kind of wait and see once he comes out what his demeanor looks like. So that wasn't him. That was another janitor. So we will just kind of wait one moment to see how he comes out. Because as you can see right there on the left, the other one that's sitting there twirling his broom and everything, he's doing a pretty good job. So he's actually pretty happy. Then this one, he's coming out pretty happy, so he's okay. And it takes a couple minutes for them to get entertained. So here he comes. Oh, he is happy now. He just did a nice little happy jump. So now he's back out. So now if I come back and look, his happiness is pretty good. So he's up. He's not thinking about. He's content now with his job. So everything's okay. So he's good to go now. So actually, it's been a hot minute. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of our staff. Let me find the right one. All staff. So I have one security, Chong, that is kind of content with his job. He's right there. So what is he? He is heading to. So let's go ahead and raise these two. That way they'll be more on the happy side. Who else? Oh, this one. We'll bump her up. Going to Ben. So far, that looks like all. Oh, here's some more. Waiting for customers. Kind of bump them up just a little bit. Energy level really low. I'm still waiting for some customers. This one's a little low too, so we'll go ahead. try to keep our staff a little happy. Some of them are, pretty much apprentice type levels, and so it kind of makes her a little more happy to be there. Like this guy, he is working to his tail off. I'll go ahead and get him up a little more. I'm going to train this guy up too. Gotta keep that park looking pretty nice. What? Keep it all too much. And you gotta make sure the bathrooms are clean. Sometimes it gives them a little more energy too. Because they got happiness and they have energy levels also. And this person is just wondering. I'll get them a little more tiki chicken nug there. So, okay, so we took care of the staff a little bit. I'm going to look and see who we have for entertainers. Entertainer. Bernice, her energy is low. We're going to go ahead and train all of our entertainers. I want to have the best ones out there. Renee is one of the newer ones. I put her in after I started really building on the jungle area. And she's only assigned just to that area. All my other entertainers, I just have them roaming throughout the parks. So they can just literally go and do anything that they want to go out and do. We've got the King Coaster, Stay Puft, and everybody's favorite, voted #1 in the World of the Planet Coaster, Groupie. So let's find where Groupie is. I hear him. I hear Groupie somewhere. So he's over by the front entrance somewhere. He might be walking this way, maybe. Oh, he is He is resting at the staff building. Okay. So maybe we won't get to see Groupie right now. We will have to come back and check on him in a little bit. I kind of started building out a pirate area. I hear a security guard down there too. I kind of started building this area over here out as a kind of a piratey area. I don't know if I really want to. Kind of did it that way because of the jungle theme over here. But I might do something else with that. I don't know yet. So that's kind of up in the air. This I wanted to kind of go sci-fi. But I really haven't figured out really what I wanted to do. So this was just kind of a test coaster. I just threw it out whenever I first started playing to kind of see what the coaster was like. But one thing I definitely been thinking about building though is up through this area over here is a mine train. That's one of my staples of all my parks is putting a where's this place at? So I have a restaurant that's unable to be accessed by the park. Now I'm assuming that it's probably on the back side. No. That's strange because it said that they cannot be accessed. Looks like it's pretty well accessed to me. interesting. So, I don't know what's going on there, but it's got pretty good profits coming in. 94 visitors. Street Fox Coffee. Got the Stay Puff Marshmallow Man over here. Um, doing some of the Ghostbusters DLC buildings, and then have an ATM. One thing that I don't have a lot of in my parks is the information booths. It's supposed to allow fast path, but I don't really get a lot of use or anything out of that, so I never really put fast paths in there. It's telling me that I've got a lot of rides that are broken down. That's interesting. I see 2 rides that are broken down. So, Connie Expresses are closed. I don't actually have them open right now. But Attitude is breaking down all the time. So, with it breaking down as it is, I think what I'm gonna do is once the ride has been fixed by our roaming mechanics, which I believe I have like 4 of them. He should be getting there shortly. One's already en route. It looks like 80 in white is on his way. So he will be coming up through the back here. And as you can see, they are waiting for the queue to completely empty, which they'll go out and disperse, do whatever they want to do. And then once the ride is fixed, they will be coming back. Some of my worst shops have been empty for a while. And that's because a lot of the vendors are actually out taking breaks and everything. There are ways to actually turn all that off, but some of these places don't get a lot of foot traffic. So I know you're technically losing money, but I'm playing in the sandbox, so I literally have unlimited money. So I'm not playing that way with this one. This is just kind of a try different ways, because I'm trying with different berms and ways to kind of break up the scenery. Like you can't see if you're down here, you literally can't see what's going on because of the jungle. You'll catch a glimpse of the boats going through, but you really can't see anything that's really going on. And as soon as the mechanic shows up, which he shouldn't be too far away. I mean, the park is good size, but it's not all that big. So I'm hoping that it would be not too far. He might still have a little bit of a clip to go. So if I actually click on him, oh yeah, he's right there. So he's over by the teacups. He should be momentarily coming in. That's not too bad. I mean, I can actually I can wait for that amount. So if I had it all laid out by zones and everything, I could actually have like 2 mechanics per each area. And that would actually help out a little bit, but I haven't gotten much into that type yet. Eventually I might. But if you're actually liking this, leave me a like in the bottom and a comment. Say, hey, yes, I want to see more Planet Coaster. Maybe we might actually start a new park and have you all help me build it on stream. If you're actually kind of enjoying kind of hearing some of my thoughts about Planet Coaster and some of these other type deals, be sure to click that subscribe button and a like, and I'll let you know next time I go live or post new comments. Mouse maze have broken down. As soon as this one gets fixed, I'm sure there's another mechanic over towards that area. Uh, the mechanic should be here shortly. He'll be coming in through the. They always come in through the exit, so they'll come in and they'll walk up this path, and then they'll come up to this box here. Then they'll look like they're actually working on it. Yep, there he is. He's right there. So he's almost there. Unless he gets sidetracked and decides it's time for him to go take a break. Yes, I have seen that before. They get all the way to the right up to here, and they'll turn around, walk away, and they'll go take a break. Because now it says he's actually fixing, so it looks like he's actually committed now to actually come in to fix the ride. Now, multiple rides, I have no interests. That is, like I said, for the Coney Express. That's the train kind of playing with. So it's just, there. So now we're going to kind of zoom in just a little bit, and you can actually see what they do. You see that the exit gate's actually open. So he's kind of looking around. Now he's going to come in, and he's going to actually, like I say, he's going to come over and he's going to kneel down and do something with this ride. You'll see kind of a little panel open here in a minute. Yep. You can hear a little bit of a drill in the background every once in a while. It's kind of cool. And it's kind of strange. The language that they're actually talking is called Planco, and it's an actual language written by the people at Frontier. Actually, the senior audio director, James Stott, is the one who actually wrote the language, and then, but they have to have a dictionary out there. I can't remember exactly where it's actually at. I think it's on one of their websites, but it's kind of cool on that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come over to maintenance, and I'm going to request refurbishment. So now what it's going to do, they're going to get off the ride and everything, and then another mechanic's going to come over. The ride's going to remain closed now, and they're going to come and they're going to do a refurbishment, and the reliability is low. So what that's going to do is that's going to help raise that back up to a more reliable ride. That's all it really does. It's kind of like doing a quick maintenance on it. So it'll remain. I think it has to kick everybody off. Oh no! I guess it just automatically just did it. Okay. But I'm going to do a request inspection on it also. So that way, make sure everything is good to go on it. So I think the same one's going to come back. Yep. He's going to come back and inspect it now. Then it should be good to go for a while. And they'll just randomly kind of show up and inspect some of the rides too. He's got a janitor sweeping the path. Pretty good. And these are golden chests. So these actually are just down so I can actually get... I don't have a lot of scenery in, so that's one of the deals. Quick tip. You can put like 2 of them in your queue and it automatically boosts it up, and it'll actually help your prestige for your rides to get people to actually ride them. So it's just a little quick tip right there. He's going to just inspect the ride. So while these people are queuing up, that's perfect time because there's really nobody on the ride or anything. So it'll be good to go for another 15-20 minutes before, hopefully before it breaks down again. And I get it, the ride the ride itself is actually pretty good an age. Um, it's going on its 12th year. Um, well, wait, is that the last breakdown? Uh, Overview, yeah, here we go. So, date opened was October the 17th, year 8. I'm in year 12. So, it's been open for about 4 years. So, it's not that old in terms of that. But if I come back and look, I mean the reliability is still pretty low, and that I really don't know why. Because if I look at like this right over here, the reliability is like really high, but the one that really is the mean one when it comes to reliability is Copperhead Strike. This ride is continuously breaking down. If I look at this one, it's very low. 16 minutes past its last inspection, but it is literally it's down 11% of the time in the last 8 months. But this is literally making $1,500 profit, and the ticket prices are only $20.50. Now, in real world, that would bankrupt me literally within 4 rides. I mean, 4 rides for that, you've just paid for a full day at going to a major theme park. That's kind of another thing that they said you ought to be able to have a single park entrance and be able to make money off of actual food, beverages, and like some of the newer parks. Um, but this is kind of built around the pay-as-you-go type, which is, I mean, it could be okay in some of the parts of the world, but over here, most of our parks are pay one price, ride all day. Now, except for some things like go-karts. I mean, go-karts still over here, you can still pay per ride. I think this is one of my most expensive ones. Yes, $25 just for for 3 laps around the go-karts. It's a little pricey. I mean, well, I don't know. I haven't really ridden go-karts in about the last 5-10 years anyway myself, so that could be cheap now. I mean, it could be $40, $50 to totally ride. I don't know. So let's see. What do we really want to do now? We've been doing this for about almost for almost an hour, and we really haven't really built nothing. We've just been kind of sitting here, just chilling and chatting. Kind of actually talking a little bit about Planet Coaster and some of the things that go on with it, some of the mechanics and different things. I guess what we could do is we could probably look and see what we actually have. One thing that we probably need to do, we need to probably work on this. This is a lot of people trying to get through here. So, what do we actually have coming off the back side? So, this is the big coaster. This path is coming back up and around this way. So, Copperhead Strike, we could have them. I guess we might possibly cut through the hills and join back up. Maybe just kind of have a little wooded path through there. Let's see how that would look. I mean, yeah, that might be doable. What does it look like over here? Okay. I think if we lowered this, get rid of this tree, boom, gone. And let's look at the terrain. I want to push it in, but I want it to be kind of small. I want to leave a lot of this hill in here. I want it to kind of be a, kind of do that, and then I can actually come over to flatten the surface. Kind of do up a little, and then we can actually kind of flatten this out. What does that look like? Oh no, it's going up. Control Z to the rescue. Well, what is that doing? Well, that's flattening the foundation. So if I do this, okay, that's a little too much. Let's go ahead and push this back down a little. I mean, that's a pretty good walkway up, and then maybe just move it around. There we go. Now they can kind of walk up around this way, and maybe have them come down this way a little bit. Then we'll have them meander along some trees. Then have them cut back out right up through here. Okay, I think that's doable. I kind of wanted this to kind of give them a little bit of a glimpse. I'll put a couple of trees or something in here. Let me come over here and we'll do smooth. Kind of just moving this out a little bit. That way it doesn't look too bad. Cause I'm gonna plant some trees up and around in this area here. We'll make it look nice and pretty for these people. As Bob Ross says, nothing but happy little trees everywhere. Okay, so now let's go ahead and grab our path. And what type of path do we want to put down? I'm thinking, well, we have tarmac. I don't really want a wooden path. I could go nature, but no. Heavy square flagstones with stone trim. Cobblestone, square stones on a wooden trim. Asphalt, stone slab. Soft purple path with repeating patterns. No, that's more of a fantasy area. Swirly dark red pattern. Flagstone. Sandstone path with wood trim. Let's see what that kind of looks like. Oh, I need to get a big width because I want this to be a big walkway. It's going to be too wide there. Drop it down to 8. See what 8 looks like. I think 8 would do good. 8's a little too big. Drop it down to 7. Okay. Terrain is unlevel for path. Well, let's just turn on flattening terrain. There we go. Tunneling is turned off, okay. And oh, it wants to go down. Okay. Now, we have a nice little path for them to kind of cut through. It looks like people's already starting to take it. I'm hoping that that will actually kind of get rid of some of the congestion that's over in front of Surf Avenue. One thing I do know is it's going to get dark in that area at night, so let's go ahead and give them some nice little lamps. So we have quite a few different types of lights. We have an iron square post. That kind of looks a little old western. Why are these people not going up the stairs? Is it broken? What's he doing? Huh. Okay. More and more people are starting to come. Let's see if there's a game glitch or something going on here. Well, we got people starting to congregate, so they're not moving any further. So everybody just kind of gets that same area. So I've seen this every once in a while. So what I need to do is I need to come back over the path, grab my sandstone, right mouse click, delete it, and then re-add it. For some reason, it was not allowing people to go up the stairs. I've seen that before, but now you'll notice those people are okay, by the way. Now they can freely walk past and then it'll go through. And it's because there's some sort of a collision somewhere that was actually preventing it. But now you can see everybody is walking freely on the path. And like I said, don't worry about the people. Frontier made sure that nothing can literally harm these wonderful peeps. But we need to try to find some sort of lighting for here. They do have quite a few different types. Like I can do like a short lamp post. One of my favorites. One of my favorites though is the spooky lamppost. To me, it does not look all that spooky, and it looks like the classic Victorian style lamp. I don't think it's going to work in this area that I really want it for. They do have another good one that here's the classic light post with a sign, but you really can't put nothing on the sign. Or at least I don't think you can. So let's go ahead and put one here. Oh, I can set an advertising. Oh, yes, you can. So I can just type in hello. Oh, well, look at that. So you can actually put them in. And the cool thing about it is you can also set destinations. Like if I want to advertise something, I can actually say, send this person to blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of cool, but we don't want that light. We want to put, we want to put a different light in. And there's a lot of different theming that's available in here. But I'm trying to find the one I like. These are the classic Victorian ones, and these things are large. Like if I was to actually come in here, hit my rotate key, put that one in right there. Over. Actually, let's do this. Let's kind of lighting tonight. This will kind of help. This will let me kind of see where I need to put lighting. And you can just kind of just dot the horizon. I like doing alternating. I think it kind of gives it a little more, kind of more flared. Oh, you're not just truly being blinded out by some lights. I don't really put them on the pathway, but I put them right around it. And it just kind of helps. Kind of helps a little bit with the ambiance. So I have a little bit of a build up here. I don't know some of the things that this game does. It's interesting. But I'm going to fill some of this in with some trees and different things down the outline. I'll stick one over in this corner just to make sure it's all nice and double lit up. Don't want the little muggers to come out and play. Actually, I'll back that off just a little bit. And I'll give it a double lamp. Kind of like to do double lamps. That way it's all pretty well lit up. So those are some of the brightest lamps right there in the entire game. They really put out some pretty good light. So, I mean, now if I was to come up and look, coming down, you can see it's actually pretty well lit. And you can tell I got a lot of the lighter light over here because there's different types of. I went to be older school, so it's pretty much there. As you can see, I don't really have a lot of lighting in this area. Another thing I could do to kind of shed some light, because I want the kind of the natural ambiance on some of this area, is I could come down and grab some of these different lights, like this event color light, and like up on this get down here where I can actually see. I can actually like put this light on here. Then I can actually take my rotation tools, rotate the light around, then point it down. Oh, come on. Then kind of tilt it out. Just push that light out. Okay, so that looks good there. Now I can come over and give it an orange. So now it's clipping through the building. That's funny. But the light still goes out. So now this area is kind of lit up, but you can use different colored lighting. It's kind of a trick that they actually use in real theme parks. But as you can see, all the rides all have different colored lights and everything else. And with that, one thing I'm gonna actually want to do right now is take a small bit of a breather. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and kick it over to just be right back screen. And with that, I will be back in just 2 shakes of a dog's tail. Okay, we are back. We'll go ahead and kick it right back into the game. Wasn't too long of a wait, was it now? Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to kick our lighting back over to daytime. I think I got my lights posted where I wanted them. So, kind of see what's going on here. Still looks like there's a lot of people over here with these food court areas. So they may be trying to get into Emily's here, but there's quite a few more people walking down this way, and the path is being well utilized now. So that's good. But my question is back over here in front of the surf area. Okay, well this kind of thinned out a little bit. That's freely moving now since people can find other ways around. So I'm kind of good with that. Surf City was broken down, so that could be part of the problem too. Once that starts filling back up and that queue line gets really, really big, it could really be a little bit of a hassle. Now, with this in mind, looks like everybody just congregated down over here to get food or something. Find out what's going on here. Hey, the Swifters. Okay, we'll go to the carts. Yeah, a lot of these people are going to be heading to the go-karts, and I mean the go-karts, it's full, so they'll get up and oh man, it's busy, so they'll go find something else to do. People running. I wonder where they're running off to. Copperhead Strike. Okay, so they're going to be using the cut over to go to Copperhead. Yeah, I don't really want to put anything along this way. Maybe some trash cans and some benches. And I'll probably put a camera or two out there. And that'll just kind of help with some of the vandalism. But now I got this big area over here. Now, while this is actually running, what I can do is, you can see I actually have some paths that are actually running back this way to hit to the other part when I decide to spin it out. But another cool deal is, if you plan correctly, you can actually use this to make extremely wide paths. So to do that, what you just do is you come over here to your path, choose the path that you want, and I'm going to check align the grid, so I can actually click on this. So now I can actually bring this all the way out, and I mean I can take this one whole area and pretty much make it a big, huge plaza. With this, I can actually now put food courts all the way up and around, and there's a lot more area for people to literally go through. And I'm going to take this out one more in each direction, because what I'm going to do is now I have this whole large area right here. But I don't want people just to kind of congregate here in the center. So what I'm thinking about doing now is coming into my scenery, and I'm just going to type in flower. Oh, I'm only on lights. So if I type in flower, I get all these decorative shapes and everything else. So I don't know if this is truly what I'm looking at. Oh, all my props. Look at it all. Here's all my different flowers. I have all these different flowers I can actually play with. And there's quite quite a few, but there's actually a lot more. But that's not what I'm looking for. So if I type in bed, oh. So here's some, truck flatbeds, locomotive flatbeds. This still isn't what I'm looking for. So I know I'm not in the right area. So I'm going to go come over to building. If I type in bed, it's just a modding, so I know that's not it either. So it has to be back over here in this scenery. So if I go to maybe nature, oh, planters. I think planters is where I want to go, but I gotta pick this out so I can see it. Yes, planters. So now I have these different modular planters. I have some here also with earth also in them. So I can take like this, and these are not aligned to, these are actually aligned to building grids also. So you can actually use them for like a building. So I can actually line this up. Let's see a couple of times. So if I want people to come in, I can actually put this planter here. Now it actually puts a grid down. And I didn't really quite get it right. So I'm going to click on it, use my X. I had to come up here. Duplicate and move, split from building. I'm going to move this. So I'm going to use my Z again. Oh, no, won't let me. So I'm just going to go in here and, oh, there we go. Now I can, actually rotate it. If I click off of it, I should be able to edit building now. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good right there. So it's still off a little bit, so I'm gonna try to do the move. No, just deleted it. Okay. So if I come back over and do my scenery again, I can actually do a rounded corner. And then I will, let me just try to line it up with this. And that's pretty good. I can hit my Z and flip it around. So if I want to, actually, no, that's not good. That is way off. Okay. So I could actually come in here, and if I wanted to, I could put this one down. Let's see. Do this. And make a small little planter right there. And that little planter, then I can actually come through off of that. If I really wanted to, I can actually, this one is not attached. So these are just free floating, which is pretty cool. So it kind of helps play along with everything. Hey, Kung Fu! How you doing? Turn myself up or turn the game down? Okay, gotcha. Let me know how's the game sounding now. I just lowered the game volume. Yeah, this is just kind of a test stream to see how well I'm getting everything set up. More or less just kind of just chilling and chatting right now. And kind of just going over some of my thoughts for, why there really hasn't been a lot of updates earlier for Planet Coaster. I think a lot of it is because my GPU is like literally maxed out on this new card, and the CPU is just barely even being utilized. Yeah, give me one moment. Let me check something here. There, I gave you a special wrench on your Kongfo, because I know who you are. So, yeah, just sorry about that. The chat's on a completely different window. It's hard for me to see. I'll talk to you a little later on, though. We can catch up. These are kind of the different way. This is a concave, so if I wanted to have a concave den from the dirt or whatever, it's really cool. But now, with that, I can actually come back over to my different trees and stuff like that. And I can actually plant trees and flowers and stuff in here, which is actually kind of cool. So I can actually come in and do like have it all in the bushes and stuff. But I can actually zoom all the way in, and I can actually put flowers all the way up and around. You can see add a little variety to it. Kind of have to watch out, because every once in a while, if you get them too far, they can overstack them on top of themselves, and like that's gonna be up high. So you just kind of put some flowers up and around, then that can actually come back in and do some like squares on the inside. But before I do all that, though, I want to find my tree, and if I want to put a tree in the center of it and give it that, so that way it's easier for me to edit the plants up and around it. And the cool thing is I can save it as a blueprint. What type of tree do I want to put in here? An ash tree, maybe? That don't look too bad. Popular? Yeah, it doesn't kind of go for the vibe. I can put a huge oak tree in, or a smaller one. Oak trees are one of those type of trees that I don't use except for ways to do ways to hide stuff. I use those quite a bit for that. The Red Emperor doesn't look too bad. I do use quite a bit of the sycamores. I do like the sycamore trees. I can actually put post that tree right in the center. And then I actually have a nice base. If I don't like where that tree is, I can just grab a hold of that tree, get my X, and I can just zoom it around, use my controls to kind of get it right in the center. That looks good right there. Then I can come back over to my bushes and stuff, like I do. These are the Dahlia flowers, like petunias. I could come up on the back side here. I wanted to do some petunias. Let's see what those kind of look like. I'm not really digging the petunias. Do some rose bushes. Put some roses in here. He doesn't like roses. One thing, oh, that's up in the tree. So you'll notice that when you're trying to do this, it will do some strange things like that for you. Kind of get that one in there, and then I want this one here. Oh, there, it decided. So, like this bush here should be down here. So now all I gotta do is just grab the X, bring it over, and I can use this white bar to kind of tell me where it's going to be centered. And right there it goes. I think it needs to go now with this rose bush. I literally did the same thing. I wanted it there, but I wanted it down. Move it over. Okay. And I can also change all the different colors of the flowers. But now, you see beautiful roses with daffodils and the beautiful tree. Now, what I can do is I can literally take this entire deal, since I like it, and I can do save as a blueprint, because it's all built together. So if I do save as a blueprint, you're going to see everything kind of come up, and now I can just do new blueprint, and it's going to tell me take a picture. So I'm going to get it nice and square. In-game piece. This is going to, and it tells me right here in the corner that it's going to cost me $94.50. I give it a name. I'm going to call this Plaza Tree. And this will be tree and bed. And now I can actually add tags to it if I wanted to, like different scenery. I can do like nature. Okay. Then once everything looks good there, I'll come down to the bottom, create blueprint. So now I don't have to try to recreate this entire deal again. One thing I can do is I can just do a copy of this. I can come right over here to do advanced move and duplicate. I can just hit duplicate, and here's my duplication. If I come over, I can put it right there. So now I have two trees, two planters, everything beautifully aligned, ready to rock and roll on it. And it's just an easy way to actually create a lot into here. I'm thinking about maybe making something like this into like a food court because you can put down picnic tables along with benches and everything else, and they will utilize those for eating and stuff. But yes, this is one way you can actually make a large path, but you got to plan way in ahead in order to make a large path, and then people will walk through these. So in order to keep them from doing that, you'd have to use a barrier or a curb type of deal. And it's easy to put those in to keep people from walking around into the center. Because if it's on a path, they're going to walk through it. So, yeah, like I said, this is just a way to kind of look over some of my computer settings to make sure everything looks good and everything, and see how well the system is truly running. I'm playing a computer game itself. If you, like I said, if you enjoyed this, let me know. Leave a comment below. If you want to see more stuff, like some more chill and chats, be sure to click the subscribe button and the bell next to it. I'll let you know when I do decide to go live again. Hopefully, since the end of the summer season and everything is over, and it's going to be more chilly and everything, may have more of these coming up during the fall and the winter and the spring. I do play some Minecraft. I also play some different games along the way. So I got a couple that I've been looking at playing. Doing some Let's Plays. So yeah, just if you want to join around for the ride, like I said, just make sure you click the subscribe button, and then be sure you have that bell click next to it to be notified. I don't really have any schedules at this time for what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, right now I'm just still kind of working on this. So with that, I do believe I'm going to go ahead and kind of kick it off at this point. If there's any games or anything that you think I might want to check out, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Until the next time, this is Decoy, and we are going to be signing off. Thanks for tuning in.